So, believe it or not, Coffeezilla has just posted a video titled Investigating MrBeast, where he talks about how MrBeast allegedly made $23 million off of insider trading scams. Now, this comes at a time where MrBeast is one of the most hated people on the entire internet. Over the past few months, he's been accused of running illegal lotteries, scamming children, promoting unhealthy garbage, and even covering up sex offenders and predators on his channel. It just feels like a tidal wave of accusations. The last big controversy MrBeast found himself in was regarding his new lunch product that he launched with KSI and Logan Bald, called a Lunchly. Dog shit name, by the way. But, I'm not going to get into all that since that's all outdated news. Coffeezilla's video, he talks about how MrBeast has been involved in several shady crypto scandals. But, whether or not he crossed the line of being illegal or not is, that's still up for debate.
Did he cross that bright red line from shady to illegal scam? And contrary to what Twitter says, I don't think that's an easy answer.
He also mentions that he reached out to them to get their side of the story, as Coffeezilla always does. But apparently they declined comment.
I have gone to MrBeast's team to try to fact check this story extensively, and they declined to fact check or comment on my many questions. Instead, they gave me a statement, which we will get to.
This is nothing new for MrBeast, of course. He's been dodging every single allegation that's ever been thrown at him up until this point. He's done absolutely nothing but remain silent and delete comments like a little bitch. Now, the first accusation, the biggest one that was thrown at MrBeast, that was part of this whole investigation from Twitter. It was from a user named SambaXBT, where MrBeast allegedly made, quote, $10 million plus by backing low-cap IDO crypto tokens promoted by influencers like Lark Davis, Crypto Banter, KSI, and others, end quote. Now, the second biggest one comes from a 5-man investigation that includes SambaXBT, where they accused MrBeast of scamming $23 million from his scams and shady deals. Coffeezilla mentioned in his video that
now, there are a lot of crypto projects they go over, and I want to be clear. Some of these allegations I agree are bad. Others I think are actually worse than have been reported, and still other allegations I simply disagree with them on.
And he goes through some of the smaller allegations at first, the ones that don't really have any solid proof or evidence. However, the biggest ones that I mentioned earlier do have evidence. Super, which is the project that MrBeast allegedly made over $10 million from, that was based on a pre-sale of just $100,000, and there's a leaked screenshot of MrBeast confirming this. And there was also a wallet traced back to MrBeast showing that he invested $100,000, with those same wallets getting millions of those super tokens during an unlock period, all of which he sold.
The founder, Leo Trades, had tweeted, "There's a gym sitting there on the market at eye-watering prices set to explode during the DeFi Summer 2.0. MrBeast's response, Super? But what he doesn't say is that he'd already purchased a huge stake in Super at this point, and on the day that he's tweeting, he was selling tokens, allegedly. Not only that, he had been selling tokens and continued to sell tokens. In the 72 hours after the May 12th tweet,
now, like Coffee mentions, he made this tweet after he had already bought all of these tokens and was selling them on the same day that he tweeted this. Now, to me, this is completely indefensible. You can't just publicly make tweets like this, implying that your coin is this undervalued, treasured thing. Make everyone, think they should get more, and then secretly selling millions of tokens behind their back. That is like the definition of a pump and dump. And to make it worse, when Coffee confronted MrBeast and his team on this, this is what happened.
I ran these wallets by MrBeast, as well as the accusation, but I didn't get a reply. Instead, I got a heavily lawyered statement from a spokesman, who I'm going to warn you is about to complicate things. Quote, "These investments were made and managed in consultation with industry experts to ensure full compliance with all appropriate rules and regulations. The wallet is not owned or managed by Jimmy."
So obviously this is just some bullshit legalese nonsense. MrBeast, he's obviously denying he had anything to do with it. He blames it on some fund. And obviously then you would have to ask, what is this fund called? And what rules and regulations did you follow? But when Coffee asked, none of these fucking lizards responded. Coffeezilla then investigates who to ask about this fund, which, I still think is bullshit, by the way. But we'll go back to that later. He mentioned a tweet MrBeast made saying he bought this one when referring to a CryptoPunk belonging to an account named the Wu-Tang Clan. But someone else also tweeted about CryptoPunks tied to Wu-Tang Clan, same as MrBeast. It was a guy named Jason A. Williams. Now this guy, he's a complete fucking degenerate. So this guy has his own YouTube channel called Going Parabolic. And what's crazy is that Coffeezilla mentions how this name, Going Parabolic, is actually owned by the same MrBeast wallet, goingparabolic.eth. So, maybe the fund isn't as bullshit as I thought. Until Coffeezilla mentions how MrBeast actually brought this up on a podcast he had with Logan Paul.
So me and Logan both bought punks. You guys will probably see on his Twitter that he bought a bunch of crypto punks at the same time, right?
Yep.
Gary pulled us in that call.
Yep.
So have you ever told that story?
No.
Gary V, it's like 11 p.m. just out of nowhere, just calls me and he's like, yo, I got like 30 people to call, hop in. I'm like, I don't care. He's like, it'll be the best decision of your life. Just get in. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And so I just joined the call. And I just see like Logan and I don't even know these other people. I don't want to put them on blast.
Every heavy hitter you can imagine who's worth $1 billion was on this one call, and Gary V is in the little corner, the little square. He's going, crypto punks. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be the next Facebook. All of us were like, okay,
Everyone's
Gary.
judging. I'm texting Logan. And I'm like, Gary lost his
legit?
mind.
Bro, all of us were like, yo, Gary's nuts. Yo, Gary was right again.
I bought a bunch.
Wait.
Yeah, I bought quite a few.
How many?
I don't want to say, but
You have to
I,
say, bro,
I bought multiple ones. Yeah.
Well, bro, are you in double digits, punks?
Just shy.
So, what this shows me is that MrBeast was actually in cahoots with this guy Going Parabolic. I mean, he point blank admits that he bought just shy of double-digit punks. That's like 8 or 9, right? Like just shy of double digits. I mean, like I can't believe this. The way this guy talks about it in the clip, it makes it sound like he's the one in control. Maybe he's the mastermind. The dude Going Parabolic, the guy Jason, maybe he's just the puppet on the strings. We don't really know for sure the extent to which MrBeast and Jason were both involved. Coffee mentions that he again tried to reach out to both of them. He was ignored by both. I can't help but notice a trend here. So all in all, for the first scandal, he allegedly made over 11 million fucking dollars. So now here comes the second allegation. This one is about Earn, or the Eternity chain, where the Earn team claims that they never spoke to MrBeast.
Quote, we were speaking to his fund manager, and when I asked about these wallets selling allegedly over $4 million in tokens, they say, quote, MrBeast's fund was an early investor in our pre-sale. He had the same unlock schedule as everyone else.
They also claim that MrBeast's fund was an early pre-sale investor, and he had the same unlock schedule for his tokens as everyone else, but that they weren't happy with the way he sold. So just like for the first allegation, the organization claims that they never asked MrBeast to promote anything, and he just decided to do so anyways, tweeting, quote, this one will be hype, with this cringy ass eye emoji that I'm pretty damn sure only pedo hiders use. So this again is the same situation as before. He's publicly making statements like this, hyping these shitty tokens up after already buying them, and then sending them soon after making the tweet. But this time, his name was actually publicly shown on the Earn website. It showed him as both an investor and a partner.
The official Team C's account posts it on November 3rd, 2021. Quote, what an awesome crypto collaboration in support of the team. Then the CEO of Eternity Chain, Nick Rose, confirms in Telegram that the drop is supported by MrBeast, saying Earn and ETH tokens will be accepted for the charity auction, which was slated to last 2 months.
Wow, they aren't even trying to hide the fact that MrBeast is directly running a pump and dump here. He is publicly tweeting the shit and then proudly announcing that he is a partner and investor. Later on, we find out that halfway into the 2-month charity auction, his fund sold over $2 million of these earned tokens, while the charity was still going on in the background. I mean, this is just insane. And now in Coffee's video, he mentions that, this might not have been intentional or whatever, it might have just been an honest bad decision. But man, my bullshit radar is going off right now. We are talking about a guy who has already been exposed for numerous fake charity scandals, so I don't think it's that far-fetched to think he could have planned something like this too. And even if it really was unintentional, at the end of the day, it's still disgusting and scummy. MrBeast, the philanthropist state, is out here supporting a charity that belly flops on its ass, while his own fund makes millions of dollars. So the last coin Coffee mentions in his video is XCAD. You may know this from, the KSI video. And here, MrBeast's name was allegedly used to promote the coin. In the meanwhile, his fund had already sold tons of the XCAD early, just like in the other scandals. Yeah, I mean, this shit's just crazy to me. Like these are many different tokens on which he basically used the exact same shady ass strategies on every single one. I mean, I'm shocked he's even gotten away with it for this long. Like, to be honest, I think this is the worst part of the whole situation. And not even just for this crypto thing, like the whole drama about him, starting with that one dogpile video that was months ago. It's just the fact that he won't address any of it. Like, this guy, man, he is dodging these allegations like he's the fucking, the Neo of crypto scammers. The Houdini of child predator hiders. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Make sure to subscribe, stay notified for the best and most unique journalism that you'll never find anywhere else.